We're live. Two people up, 2 likes already.
Yay! Well,
Hey guys, who's up here? And now we got one. Okay. Well, there's Beaver Creek. Hey Alan, how you doing? Lily Homestead, Country Homestead Preacher. Hey guys, how you doing? Lily Homestead, have you been on our live before? Usually we ask people to introduce yourself. Just tell us a little bit about yourself. Nothing really personal. And
it's just a fellowship thing. We like for everybody to get to know each other.
Yeah.
Preacher, did you do a live this week? If you did, I missed it somehow. I actually looked for it to get it to come up. I'm trying to do last-minute dog food.
I get the dog. There's Geeky. Hey.
Trying to keep him from whining.
Yeah, since he's in love, he wants out. And you can let him out because his girlfriend's daddy will shoot him. That's probably the best way to put it. So he's been crying.
There's Preacher again. Okay, Preacher, I didn't know if something was wrong. I just couldn't find you.
We're doing good.
Or what was going on. Yeah, did the Homestead say no, they hadn't been on the live before, or no, they didn't want to tell anything about it?
I asked him if they've been on live before. I said no.
We're doing okay, Geeky. Oh, is there another hurricane we don't know about?
Maybe.
I'll be honest with you, Travis, we ain't cut news on all week. I've been running around like a fool. Yeah, but old Samson's here. He's got a girlfriend down the road.
And her daddy don't like him.
Yeah.
He had the gun. So that'd be bad.
Poor Samson's already been shot 2 or 3 times. We're trying to prevent it.
Oh, nothing special.
Well, Lily, you're right down the road around the corner from us.
Yeah.
We're in Eastern North Carolina.
I'm looking up Olga. Oh, that's why we haven't heard of it. It's going.
Well, it's going to hit Travis and sitting in Louisiana.
It's going straight up. So it's not coming to the coast.
Hey, we got a patch of heaven. How y'all doing?
There, see? It's going right straight up through the middle.
Okay. How's everything going, everybody? Tell us about how your week's going. Ours has been pretty sorry. And I got a big decision I'm going to have to make. I'll ask y'all's input on here in a minute. Trying to get ticked out the dog.
Yeah, that's another thing about going to his girlfriend's house. He got him ticked. A bunch of them. He hasn't had any all year. Now all of a sudden he's got some.
Well, there's not that many in our yard. Apparently there's a bunch in the road.
I think it's the field he went through.
He's chewed all up too. He's got little bites all over.
He's been fighting. There's the mess
hall.
Oh,
look at the mess hall.
How are you doing? Haven't seen you in a while.
Well, I've been on a couple of his lives, but he's doing the lives now where there's 10 people up there. And I kind of get on there and just kind of hide and watch. Don't say a whole lot. Most time he's kind of sitting back doing the same thing.
Huh?
A lot of times when he does his eyes, he's not really saying a whole lot. He's got 2 or 3 people with him. And they're kind of doing all the talking.
Oh.
Now, I don't know them, so I don't get as involved. But I still watch. Got to hit with you a few times. Well, Darlene had a death in the family last week, so we didn't go up and Well, now we got everybody in here. I want to ask y'all something. We got a conundrum. I'm trying to decide if I want to stay in the cattle business or not. We're thinking I'm thinking very seriously about getting rid of my cows. As soon as the price goes up. They're dirt cheap right now.
But
Well, when the price goes up, I don't know when the price is going to go up. Said having trouble with ticks with fleet. We ain't ever had a fleet. Normally we have to give the dogs flea pills. Samson's allergic to them or something.
yeah, his hair falls out.
But we had a flea problem at first.
Now that you said that.
But this is the first time we've had any trouble with ticks. I think he caught it from his girlfriend.
Yeah.
Is what it kind of sort of looks like.
He's been hooking up with a little.
He has a thing for bulldogs.
He's the pit down the
He
road.
really likes bulldogs.
With
Especially
a
a black
cropped
one.
tail.
He likes ears cut and tails cut. He'll fall head over heels in love. Oh, got Samson Farms.
Hey, how are you doing?
And he's in love for the 500 time. You know.
I don't know. He might be.
I was talking to him
falling in love with this
yesterday.
one.
Well, no, I was talking to him yesterday. He told me he's the prettiest thing he'd ever seen. She was so sweet. She was so nice. And he was just so in love. And she always had all these old mean dogs chasing behind her. She didn't like it. He was trying to fix it. And thank you for it. No, preacher, we are not. We are not even breaking even. We're going into the hole. Honestly, I don't have enough. You can make money off cows, but we don't have enough. You got to have numbers. And we don't have the numbers. And I'm having to feed them. It just costs me too much to feed them. We don't really have enough pasture for the amount we have. And like this year, we've had droughts and flood. The weather's been messing us up the last few years. Well, Patchy Heaven only got a few. I tend to everybody else's cows, so I tend to a bunch of cows. I only got a few. It's mine. And I only have a few. I've only got 5 acres of pasture. And even with sowing rye on it, it's not keeping them up. I got too many. I get too many heifers last year. And down here we're at, you run a cow an acre pretty easy if everything goes perfect. And we just don't have everything goes perfect. Just breaking the speed. We eat 3 bales a day a week, and $50 a feed. So that's every 7 days. We're going through $50 worth of feed and $60 worth of hay. And that adds up quick. And I have some people that'll go in halves with me feeding out a steer. I feed out one of their steers. And I don't know what to do. I enjoy having my cows. They're one of my favorite things in the world. But how many do I have? 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 on 5 acres. That's counting the bull. And I've had to get rid of half of them for the pasture to be able to keep them up anyway. And the only thing they are is an emergency fund. I don't feel comfortable if they're not there. The one thing about a cow is a cow sell every week. So you know if you can get them to the stockyard, you can sell them, and they're going to bring them around a certain price. They're going to bring at least a certain amount anytime you care about it. And a little bit of security. It just costs us too much to feed them. With all the hogs we have now, having to buy hog feed because our corn got gone. That's a long story I'm not going to get into, but our corn got gone. And
permanently borrowed.
Yeah, permanently borrowed. Don't ask me how somebody gets going, but it happens. Yeah, nothing around here safe. Not since they invented meth and whatever else you got now, nothing safe. They'll bring $1 and it's not welded to the floor. It's going. You better not leave a grinder out next to it either. But I'm trying to decide. It breaks my heart to get rid of them, but I just don't. They're just dragging us down. And there's no profit in them at all either. There's no profit. There's no way you can't even get close to breaking even. Well, we just have the hogs and chickens. I quit messing with goats years ago and a pack of dogs. I quit messing with goats years ago. There's a little money in goats. Goats and sheep, if you're actually trying to make your it's pregnancy. I'm gonna tell you the truth, preacher. If I was trying to actually make money on a homestead, wanted to turn a profit, goats and sheep would be what I would go with. There's usually around here they sell really good. They're just tough to keep alive. There's a big parasite burden on goats. And goats don't do well on pasture. They're not made to eat grass. They don't do well.
Skidmore!
And sheep just attract sheep just attract too many predators. Every neighborhood dog in the world will kill sheep. Well, Lily, I'm gonna be honest with you, there is, but I've done that before, and that's a losing proposition. Anytime you have to rent cow pasture, you're already backing up. And then
We're already putting a lot of money into something to do it.
yeah, then when you put the land rent on top of it, and then the fact you got to sow it with grass or plant a forage crop, you just back it up.
And you have to go and take care of them every day.
Yeah, and then they won't be at your house, so you got to drive 10 miles to look after them. But that's what I do anyway. I drive around and look after other people's cows. And I could put them in somebody else's cow pasture. But that's not a good idea either. So.
You have a chance of them getting sick because you never know what the other cows get exposed to. Their bull contaminating your bloodline.
Yeah, so that's the other thing. I got my own bloodline. I mean, I've had these cows long enough. There's a breed I want, there's a mix I want. I hate to get rid of them. They just they're not financially feasible. It's like an anchor tied around your neck. Well, I try eating goats too, preacher. I mean, they're edible. Most of the problem people have with goat meat is psychoplastic. And sheep and goats sell good. If you got good fences, you have sheep, but you got to have a dog for it. That's the big problem I ran into. We tried them several times, and every time we tried them, they've all been killed. Could have asked them. Neighborhood dogs mostly is all I've ever had killed one, but something about sheep brings out aggression in a dog. Same problem I have with chickens. I have hawks and foxes getting their chickens sometimes. Anytime there's a real damage done, it's a dog. Usually a bulldog. Every time we lose the whole flock of chickens, it's a bulldog. And what usually happens there is we turn our chickens out sometimes, and you turn them out Saturday afternoon.
What's the deal?
Well, Toad Hill, that's right. And the All-Star Guardian dogs do help, but I mean, we've had people lose the whole flock with a Great Pyrenees in the pen with them. I'll be bluntly honest with you, we've had Great Pyrenees killed. Especially mixed Great Pyrenees, ones want full blood. I know one example of that where the Guardian dog killed the livestock. And donkeys, like we've always put donkeys with cows, and honestly, we found that's just useless. The donkey protects the donkeys. If something happens to go after the donkey, they're Johnny on the spot. If something goes after the cows, they're just gonna watch. And then we found out the hard way you got to have a Jenny and a Jack, and it needs to have a baby. For to really be good protection animals, there needs to be a baby out there to protect them, or they don't really do that. My cows are chase coyotes. We've never lost a calf. The coyotes around here, they run in packs. We're in the south, they pack up. They don't follow have one. Every once in a while you hear tell one.
Our bull's pretty protected too.
Yeah, our bull is pretty protected. If anything gets in the pasture, calves run under him. That's right, so deal. We had our donkey kill more goats than the coyotes did. Hey, Thomas.
Oh shit.
He put a video yesterday, I think, introducing his new pig, and I can't remember what the name of it was. Yeah, he named the pig. He's a little black floppy pig.
Getting too close to the pork chop there.
Well, Billy Homestead, they're hard on chickens. Coyotes are really hard on chickens. And they can be very hard on kid goats and lambs. Yes, sir, preacher. They have them in the spring by the time the foxes do.
Pepper.
Yeah, pepper. That's right. They have them in the spring, and about you say early summer or late spring, you can watch out because when the puppies get big enough to really eating, that's when the coyotes and foxes start tearing everything. They can get a.
What?
That's when they get. That's when they come every day till the chickens are gone. They come every day till the baby kids or lambs are gone. Is when you have them.
That's when we lost all those game chickens this year because the fox had babies, and there was a bunch of them. They had like 5 or 6.
Yeah, you can see them, And something else I tell you, people don't tell you. Like coyotes here, there's no restrictions on killing coyotes. I don't think you can poison them. But other than that, anything's fair game.
You can hunt them at night.
You can hunt at night, you can do anything you want to do. Now, if you go down a few counties, that's probably right, preacher, springtime. I think down here they may have, up here they may have them in, we're in the south, so they might have them a little early, like March and April. May sounds a little late, but I'm not a coyote expert. When I see them out running around the fields, when I see them up moving, it's usually June, you reckon?
By then they'd be old enough.
Yeah, well, I mean, I figured they look older than 8 weeks. I'm assuming they were born before May, so April or May. But I have to go around these fields and work, and I see them out playing in the edge of the field, half-grown puppies. Usually you see them out moving about June, and that's when the parents are desperate. Parents are desperate trying to feed them. It's a burden on them. And that's when it all starts. That's when they start getting cats, and dogs, and chickens, and dragging dead hogs at dead hog bins, dragging dead turkeys out of turkey bins. They won't mess with the rest of them. What was I talking about before that?
Sheep.
I don't remember. I also don't remember. Oh, yeah, that's what you need to do with a homestead. But if you go down the country to my brother's house, you can't shoot a coyote at all because they got redwoods. You're so scared you'll misidentify a redwood for a coyote and shoot you. You can't shoot a coyote there at all. You can't shoot a fox here at all. So there's like 2 weeks out of the year you can shoot a fox and you got to have a tag to it in. If a neighbor called the game warden on you, he was killing my chickens, is not an excuse. You would think it would be, but it is not. And to shoot somebody's dog that's killing your chickens, you'd be better off shoot the person on the dog than the dog, you get less trouble. But if you call animal control, you can kill a dog that's killing your stuff. But you need to call animal control first, and they'll come out and tell you, hey, you gotta do that. And I know y'all heard all the horror stories about somebody shooting somebody's livestock killing dog, they got on the news, they're the worst person ever. But you can legally do it, but I think here at least you have to call. Pretty sure, I'll be honest with you, I think you're supposed to leave them on the lamb chop. I think you're supposed to leave the rib on the sheep with the chop. And push the meat down on top of it, cook it like a seal TV. So,
are you talking about when they do like looking
when they cut it? Yeah. Because they ain't much meat on sheep rib.
Anything after Aaron has to go there? That's enough for you.
That might be too. I don't know what we've had experience with is nests like Samson, old mutts. And they do pretty good and great Pyrenees.
What's that stuff?
Yeah, well, Samson's Blue Hoover, Doberman, and whatever else happened to walk by. But Thomas, you got to be careful around here. We got a lot of game wardens. And like hawks, you can't shoot a hawk for any reason. If he's attacking you, you ain't supposed to shoot him. So, you know, or you got to do what you got to do. You're not telling nobody. Gotta keep it yourself. That they had some shirts made around here years ago said Red Wolf Restoration Project. Shoot, shove, and shut up. Back there, bring wood with the 3S. But honestly, like somebody's dog comes in here with 1 or 2 chickens. I don't know about y'all, but I love my dogs. So if my dog went to your house and caused a problem, my preferred solution would be you come to me and say that dog right there in your yard killed these chickens. You owe me for 5 chickens. And I'll go, well, how much do you want for the chickens? I don't care if you say $100, I'm gonna put my $100 out and I'm gonna give it to you. And I'm gonna keep my dog. Here, Warren's and Schultz, they're not around here, preacher.
All right,
They're not around
they
here.
like this neighborhood. Why do you?
I don't. One, we're in an area where, like, kind of hunts concentrated. Maybe that's part of the problem. But you can't. You see more game wardens around here. You see sheriff deputies, and definitely more. Yeah, Lily Homestead. Wild hogs and coyotes are fair game. You're in North Carolina with us. There's no restriction on killing wild hogs, killing coyotes. Not if you're in the middle of the state. And I don't know if I went to the game book this year or not, but last time I checked, a feral hog and a coyote were just, and a groundhog. Groundhogs, feral hogs, and coyotes are, that's what we
have
got.
coy
Beaver Creek.
dogs. I don't know
We
about coy wolves, but we have coy dogs.
That's what we got, Beaver Creek. We got something called coy wolf. Our coyotes are bigger and run in packs. They're not like the western coyotes. All the ours supposed to be coy wolves. That's why they stopped you from killing them down there where the red wolves were at, because you really can't tell them they're the same size.
I like the coy dogs.
I don't know. We've had some exceptionally big coyotes that were probably coy wolves. I shot one the other year that was big as Samson. I think he was a coy dog of some sort. How far away from the coast? 50 miles.
Yeah, I mean,
Maybe 40
we're
miles.
about a little over an hour drive.
Probably 30 miles. I don't know, Bridget. We're not far away if you went in a straight line. We're pretty close. We're close enough we have seagulls.
Yeah. Not all the time, but from time to time you can see seagulls that come over and we'll get hour 15 minute drive.
But it's, driving off the beach, Well, it ain't nice to me, preachers. I ain't going out there. I ain't lost none of that. Hey, Mike. That might be Michael Smith.
And that's what I was fixing to say. Is that the one we know?
It might be.
We know his boys got up here one time.
Mike Smith, introduce yourself. Are you my neighbor, Mike Smith, or are you somebody else?
If you're somebody else, we know one.
That's what my cousin does run a charter.
Oh, and our plug for the evening.
Yeah, we got to put a plug in.
Bragging Rights Charters, if you take care of all your charter and fishing needs. He's from Poolsville, Ohio. He's a pig farmer.
Oh, nice to meet you, Mike.
Oh, we know him, Mike Smith.
That's a big farm.
Yeah, he's a big farmer too. And cows. He has cows too. And Matt Taylor. Hey, how you doing?
We're not
Have
pig
you
farmers.
talked
We
to
just
Matt
have.
Taylor before? Is he new?
I think so. I'm not sure, but I do believe so. Hey, Matt. Hey, Mike.
Matt, if you're new to live, we ask everybody to kind of introduce yourself. Nothing personal, just a little.
Fellowship.
each
Let
other.
everybody get to know each other. Yeah, Mike, calling us pig farmers might be giving me more credit than I deserve. Really, we just got some pigs. Okay, I thought you had it. I won't sure. My memory ain't worth seeing.
From the Virgin Islands.
Well, I'm glad to hear that, Mike. That's why we do this stuff, is trying to.
Don't make him stop whining.
Well,
He gets really loud.
you know, Mike, if you've been farming, you know what I'm talking about. You know, it don't matter if you've done it your whole life or not. You still don't know everything. You know, I
Hey,
don't know
your
everything.
cousin Mike Smith too. It's the following king. There's a lot of Mike Smith.
Well, I actually know two, but I knew one of them 70 years old. Wanting to be up here. I'm sorry. You don't want to win off around when you got to. But Mike, you know what I'm talking about. I know you go to neighbor's house all the time and see how they do stuff in the playoffs. Why didn't I think about that?
Mama Smith's got 5 pigs in the tail in the prison camp.
That's part of that. Well, it's always mine over there now.
Couple of sheep. How big?
The Lord,
How big an area do you have to have for a couple of sheep?
that's a pity.
Is that big? Oh, sorry.
I'll be honest with you, preacher. If you were just gonna feed out two, I'd go get 4 cow panels. They're 16 foot long and make a pen 16 foot square on the highest, driest place I could find on the hill where the water run off.
Yeah.
And,
if not, it's gonna be a muddy
I built
mess.
an 8x8 shelter and closed in on 3 sides with the back end to the north, and that's all I do. And build you a good gate, put a post every 4 foot, and it's a pen for anything you want to be. It can be a sheep pen, a hog pen, use a cow panel, it can be it's anything. If you decide when you're not messing with hogs, you use it for something else. I wish I'd build all mine like that. That way, if I change my mind.
Spencer Shepherd.
Well, good to meet you, Spencer. We're trying to do a little fellowship thing, so we try to tell everybody just nothing personal. Just a little something.
They're from New Hampshire.
Okay, well, I do a little feeling. But something I will tell you, I have found out that you're better off to make stuff that's multi, especially if you just messing with like you gonna get 2 pigs and feed them out, and you might not get no more next year, the year after next. You're better off to build everything as multi-function as you can build. That way, it's not just a hog pen; it can be the ram pen for you sheep. Really, a cow panel keeping big chickens. If you got large breed chickens or turkeys, you can keep them in a cattle panel.
Yeah, so it should be cut.
Yeah, clip the wings. And I'll tell you something better than that. If you've got an opportunity to get some of that panel that they put in concrete, it's got a 4x4 squares in it. You can build any kind of pen out of it. There's some cool stuff. And it comes in big sheets. You're not limited to 16 foot. You can, Matt, you have to put hot wire on the inside of it. If you'll put a hot wire around the inside, about a foot to 16 inches off the ground, you know you can keep it in it. But if not, they'll just root under it.
Chain link fence panels around here are expensive.
Yeah, we can't afford chain link fence. They do work good. Well, you're the one that got to it.
Replacement panels are like $80 a piece, or on up. They're high.
Most hogs and pigs I've had at one time, you ain't gonna believe this, 9,000. We used to be commercial hog farm.
Craigslist. Oh, get the fence panels off Craigslist. Well,
Most
guys.
I've ever had on the ground is about 40. And that's a plenty. You know, you're trying to get what you want to burn. Now that was top. That won't count pickets. That was the 40 was top hogs and breeding hogs. If you carry pivots, maybe 60 at one time. But that's more than I want to handle right now. About 10 is plenty. 10 or 12 total. Feeder pigs and everything. Y'all won't mess with.
Commercial hog farm there was Look at her.
Hey, it's Mimsy. I understand, Mike. I like the real ones too. I catch a lot of slack because I don't like nothing but red pigs. There's nothing wrong with the other ones, but I just, if it to me, if it ain't red, it ain't right. I've got red cows, and they got me 20 cents a pound when I sell them with the red, not black, but I get. I want a red hog. Pounds worth of Durocs, about the only two that I just like them. Rather have a Duroc, but we got some pounds worth right now. And I've got a spotted Pokemon China looking boy, but he ain't, that ain't what he is. He just looks like one.
Huh. No. Might. Never know. We have red tractors too. Don't let them fool you. Well, we have Duroc, and that's his favorite, to be honest. He likes the flop-eared Duroc.
But it got to be the right kind of Duroc.
Gotta be the right kind.
It got to be the old-timey kind. It's a little bit of a lower type.
Hey, they asked if you were asking me down my hair yet.
I thought about it.
That's right. Look at you. Actually, to be honest, my hair naturally has a red tint to it. So
mine did too before it turned gray. It fell out.
Yeah. Matt Smith says he gets a lot of slack from Red Farm Equipment and Red Pig.
If it ain't red, it ain't right.
We do Red Farm Equipment too.
Probably a different brand of red, just still red. Man, I'll be honest with you. I make a living working on John Deere's. Probably 60% of my business is John Deere's. And I wouldn't, I mean, they're okay. They're what's popular around here. But my daddy was died in the wool farm all. And after I got grown, I'm going to be bluntly honest with you. When I got old enough to buy tractors, when I went to town, when I was 18 years old and wanted to buy a tractor, all my buddies were buying new trucks and this, and I'm trying to buy something farm with. I went there and asked the dealer, and wouldn't have talked to me. And I went down the road.
I agree, Mike. They're all kind of bacon.
Well, it's like this. If you ain't got but 10 hogs, you ain't going to make so much money off of them. No way. You might as well raise what you like.
Matt said if you ain't ready to leave in the shed.
Yep. Well, we used to joke that they didn't have farm hogs because nobody else around here farms. Every time borrow our tractor, cool started John Deere.
Toad Hill said that. That's true. I have red hair and a red beard, and I need a t-shirt that says that.
It ain't red, it ain't right.
Yep.
That ain't copyright. You need
You see, Chris is kind of orange now because all the gray, but it used to be bright red.
My hair used to be red too before it fell off. What was I talking about? Oh, I went down the road to the Ferguson place. They didn't know me from Adam Strong Cat. I can't sit down as a dog in the chair.
Samson, you can't be in that chair now.
Anyway, dog took the seat. I'll stand here if y'all hear me.
I can see your hand.
But I went down to Ferguson place. They didn't know me from Adam's Tomcat now.
Samson.
And
Told you Samson was in the chair.
and I told the man, I said, I need a 55 horse tractor and a 35 horse tractor to bale hay with, cut and bale hay with. And he said, well, where you live at, we'll have you one out there to try for the dog. And he told me a lie because they had it out here for dinner time. And when he come out here, he said, hook them up to your equipment, make sure they're running. And he had the paperwork already ready to sell them to. Sold to with no money down. And I've been running Ferguson's ever since because, you just dance with the one that brought you, I guess, But the international place didn't want to talk to me. I didn't have no collateral, didn't have no money. It's starting out.
Billy Homestead said that my grandpa had John Deere M, but all tobacco farms are red.
Well, around here, all of them got green. They pretty much died in the little green. But I work on some Fergusons. They pull Fergusons up here for me to work on. We got some out there from New Bern. Of course, y'all know where Lily does. But, we got them out here from New Bern.
Maybe Country Homestead asking me what about her.
Probably not at the flea market, preacher, but other than that, you're probably all right. Just try to steer clear of some of these no-name, best you ain't never heard of, quote-unquote heritage breed stuff.
Craigslist, I mean, you need to research what you're getting, but Craigslist would be, because every area you just have to find people that have them.
That's right. Thomas told you right. Don't buy one at auction because you get everything at auction had if you ain't careful, disease wise.
Yeah, you never know. You never know what's well, I told you most of them. But you never know what's being gotten rid of.
What if I say about the Herefords? Because I ain't got no expensive Herefords. I'd rather know more about Hereford hogs. OEM's a good tractor. I grew up running a 400, which is the same thing, just a few years new. What did Mike say about here you go, look.
There's Gentry. Honestly, they're all over.
Well, Mike, tell me about Herefords. We had never had a Hereford hog around here until maybe
Gentry,
this
how
year.
you doing?
And I don't know. I know they're red and white. I know they're red with a white head, but they've never been popular here. This has always been Spotted, China, and Duroc, and Townsworth, and Chester White, and Hampshire, and Yorkshire country. Berkshire's got popular about 10 years ago with co-ops, and they're trying to get away from them. Anytime you hear the words marbling in the meat, just this again. We don't figure that out. Anything they claim has marbling in the meat.
They do that report too?
Yeah, they do that report too. They claim that's why they have Berkshire. It's because they have marbling in the meat. And if somebody could please explain to me what marbling has to do with how good sausage is, hamburger meat, please tell me. Since both of those are two main products off of a pig or cow. Probably said he had 3 Herefords. They were good hogs. Thomas, everybody around here is trying to get away from Berkshire as hard as they can go. Low, small litter size, slow growth rate, too much fat. They were pushing them once upon a time because of marbling in the pork chops. That's the only advantage anybody can come up with for them. Okay, well that's good to know, Mike, because there's some people call me and ask me sometimes about buying a Hereford, and I don't really know what to tell them. That's good to know. I appreciate you telling me that a lot.
Yeah.
He said they're just a regular old pig. You know, there's nothing good or bad about them.
Oh.
You know, grow about like a do-rock or anything else, you know. And preacher, that's a good point right there. That's what you want. You want a pig that's going to grow. You want a pig that's going to take 3 pounds of feed and turn into a pound of pork. That's your primary goal. You know, you're growing a pig to eat. You want to take your money that you spend on hog feed and turn that hog feed into pork.
And if you plan on breeding, you want the ones that have larger.
Right. Well, that's true. You know, on the ground, if you raise 10 out of a litter, you did good. So, you know, a lot of people say as long as she has 12, you're fine. But like in a hog house, they want the Chester whites and Yorkshires to have 15.
Well,
most of my do-rocks have 12.
We do too.
Maybe not ideal, but
that first night.
some want to be born dead every once in a while.
Yeah, or I mean, even if you're right there with them, you can't be but so with them because they'll eat you up.
And we don't use fairy crates. We use fairy pins, and that makes a difference from how many people have.
I just don't like the fairy crates. I just don't feel like it's just.
Well, there's nothing wrong with them. We don't have to have them, and we're on dirt. They just don't work good for us. We're stuck in the 1950s using 1950s technology.
Thomas Schmidt said that he had the 3 Herefords he had last year at 6 months for their hanging weight was 200 pounds.
That's about right. And I think I did something wrong this year. I made my feeder pig pen bigger. And I think that was a mistake, honestly.
Country Homestead Preachers needs a pig how-to book.
Well, I got a bunch of pig how-to videos.
Yeah.
I shoot a video, preacher. I suck at writing.
Ask a question, he'll shoot a video.
You ought to see me trying to send an email or trying to answer a comment. It's so sad. Like a chicken picking.
Toad Hill said that his brother lets his feeder pigs have all the hay alpha mix they want.
Yeah, we used to do that here. That don't hurt. Alfalfa hay that was widely used as a sow ration in the old days. That don't hurt them a bit.
Well, we can't. We put hay. What is it? Wheat straw?
Well, yeah, I can't believe how much junk people talk. Remember that time you put on Facebook we need some wheat straw?
Yeah. Anyway, we put hay and wheat straw in there to give them bedding.
But they don't eat much of it. I mean, they eat it all.
They eat it. It never lasts. Next day it's gone. So, I mean, they like it. They really like it. They don't care what kind it is.
Well, preacher, I sum up the pigs real easy. I mean, real easy. You don't need a book. Yep, sawdust and shade is probably the best thing. But what we run into here is our termites are so bad. We have termites so bad, if we use shavings for bedding on the dirt, you get termites in it.
Yeah.
And it eats barn.
We tried red cedar.
That worked better. Yeah, cedar shavings work best. Or cedar sawdust.
And it worked pretty good, but we saw
they go
more
away,
termites.
They
go away, but we did see more termites too.
I tell you what does make a difference in the taste, too. You ain't gonna believe it. Feeding them peanuts does make a difference in the taste. You know, we barbecue pigs. We have pig cookery. We cook whole pig split in half for barbecue.
Yeah, I see them barbecue.
And
exactly.
I didn't know wild cherry leaves will kill a pig. I didn't know the cherry tree itself. Well, I didn't know that, my all that. Then again, I had somebody tell me put in a comment the other week the pig weeds would kill a hog. And I swear that can't be true because we pull them up out the bean field by a truckload. You know, when the boys right there pulling them up, I say, throw them in the back of that Chevrolet truck right there. And I'll go get them. My pigs get them by the truckloads and kill one hit.
They like
I thought that's why they were called pig weeds.
to eat them.
But just build you a decent pen, build you a low shelter. The shelter doesn't have to be tall, and you're not going to have to go under it much. But low shelters seem to do better than tall shelters. 16 by 16 pen, and then start them out at 5 pound a feed a day and go up to 10. When they're real little at 2, when they get about 50 pounds, get them on 5. When they get about 100 pounds, get them on 10.
And brown breeding, some room for you. You can lay on.
Well, he's just talking about raising pigs. He ain't gonna breed pigs. I think he's just feeder pigs, top them out. And something else I tell you, it takes as much feed to get him from 225 to 350 as it took to get him to 225 in the first place. We try to kill ours about 225, 250. Just a whole lot cheaper on us.
And we do whole pig sausage. So we your pork chops may be a little bit small if you do that size, but your whole pig sausage you're still good. So I mean, that's what you want.
That's what we do, Mike. We make our own feed. As long as we have some corn, make it out of, and wheat, rye, to make it out of. If you want to go look at it, I've got a video somewhere of us making feed or two. We've got a small burn mill.
Got one with when we started adding the wheat and rye.
Yeah, I think we made one. We were making hog feed out of
just corn.
Corn. No, we were using rye or wheat or something.
Okay.
But we use all three. We use wheat, rye, and corn. Have used grain sorghum when you can get it. Everybody's growing any around here years so now. But we got old burr mill. Well, big electric motor on it.
Wow.
236 is the magic number for a top off. Well, I go on that. 220, 230, 240. But you know, Michael, I'll be honest with you about something. If you're not growing your own grain, or somebody's not giving you the grain, or you're able to scrap the grain or something like that, when corn's over $4 a bushel, you can't make your feed really cheap. You can buy it. So,
you still buy the supplement
because you have to buy the supplement stuff to go in it. So, but you can feed them a little bit of just ground corn. You can't feed them. They got to have some feed too. But you can't feed them just a little bit of ground corn. And you can soak whole corn and feed them, but they still got to have it feed. They got to have it supplement. That soybean meal is expensive. Hey, there's Pharmacy Seeds.
Professor, you miss Lindsay.
Well, I miss Lindsay. Where Lindsay go?
She did a couple comments. She caught me.
But how's everything going in New York, Professor? When I was called up, I got way behind on the road. Like I said, my dog's pitiful.
He's not.
He's over here right now. I'm just going to grieve himself to death.
When he cries, it's this high pitched whine.
Yeah, I'm trying to keep it doing that in case y'all wondering what I'm doing. But
they buy a grower mix 1,000 pounds for $120. That sounds like a pretty good deal.
That ain't bad. That really ain't bad.
One of those days. Greenhouse ATM. Corn for 120 a ton. That's 2,000.
$23 a hundred, and soybean meal for $19. We see right there, Mike, you already over a bag of feed. You already over a bag of feed. That'd be well, no, you ain't. Let me do a little
That's
cycle right
actually
quick.
about what we're paying.
Let me do a little figuring on that. Well, we figured out we were making feed for $4.50 for 50 pounds. So you had to figure that out. So that'd be $9 a hundred. We can make feed for $9 a hundred as long as we use wheat, 50% wheat, 50% corn, and then the supplement. The soybean meal is high right around here for some reason. The only place we can get it is that feed meal in a 50-pound bag. It's pretty expensive.
Actually, would it be 40, and 20?
Yeah, but it still makes 100 pounds.
I mean, but what I'm saying is we put the supplement is
Well, the recipe is for a 50-pound bag. We do everything 50-pound batches. Okay, how much are you getting that for? $22 a hundred. Mike, I need you to do me a favor and tell me where you getting that at. If maybe I can get some, because we're paying $17 for 50.
actually the tax is only close to nothing.
And look, it's 65% protein.
Uh-huh.
We're paying I'm gonna tell you the truth, we're paying $17.50 for 30% protein supplement. So it's half the supplement, it's half the protein, and twice the price. So if we can get that, we can make the feed cheaper than we're making. So yeah, but we're in North Carolina. And
we do?
Yeah, you're right. Keep track of that. Thanks, Mike. Keep track of that right there. They might be
Shade River Ag Chester, Ohio.
But I mean, we're in North Carolina. We're in the second or third largest hog producing state. We're right in there with Indiana and Ohio. So you think the hog products would be as available here as you are anywhere? Yes, preacher. If you're going to look at our Hog Feed 101 video, it shows me making some. But you got to have a grinder. But we did find a grinder if you didn't have two pigs and a flock of chickens. And we found a grinder for how much? No, it was $300 or $400. It was cheaper than I paid for mine. I paid $400 for mine. It was cheaper than mine. Mine's an antique. Yeah, we found a 110-volt grinder for less than $400, I think. It said it would do 300 pounds of corn in an hour. We did 1,400 pounds an hour.
Yeah, I mean a whole lot more.
Well, we probably do 6. We do at least 600 pounds an hour. But 300 pounds an hour is nothing to sneeze at. And you figure pigs eat 10 pounds of feed a day, 300 pounds of corn is going to make 500 pounds of feed or 400 pounds of feed. You got to mix the soybean meal and the supplement and everything in with it. That would be doable. And then you have a direct drive meal. So mine uses a belt. That belt will run you where you would dead. You'll throw the belt off and call it. I mean, it's not an ideal setup. But that direct drive meal.
Oh, and if you have a belt, what's that stuff that you use that made it work so well?
Belt dressing. Belt dressing is your friend.
That is the best stuff that he could ever invent.
Me being hard-headed about belt dressing caused me a lot of trouble.
Mark M. Hey, Mark M, how you doing?
Just build a good gate mark. Make sure the panels go all the way around the shelter on the inside, because they will go through the shelter. Like if you build a shelter and sheet it with tin, they will go through the tin, push the nails out, and put a post about every 4 foot. And if you're using hog panels, you're gonna have to do something to make the fence taller. You're gonna have to put a hot wire around the top of it, or 2 strands of barbed wire, or a board, or whatever you have available. Well, if we ever go up there, we will.
Hey, Robin's Tiny Homestead.
Hey, Robin. I watched one of your videos now a few minutes ago.
They don't have a website.
Belt dressing.
Sorry, look.
Belt dressing was see, my daddy always told me not to use it. What we were running everything on was like an M farm oil. You put the belt on it, pull up.
Lily Homestead, you don't use toothpaste.
Well, yeah, that's something I will say. We started using a wood post every 8 foot and a T-post every in between. And they do seem get 8 foot T-posts where they're deep in the ground, and they do seem to work. Especially with a hot wire around the top. You put the hot wire around the top, it does seem to work pretty good, even with the big hog. But something you got to remember too, that, and something I don't say a whole lot, I probably need to. We've got breeding stock, which means we got sows that weigh 500-600 pounds. We've got a board that weighs, right now the board we got probably weighs 500 pounds. But they're a whole lot tougher to keep in than a top hog. When you're going to carry them and get them killed at 250 pounds, you don't have to have quite as good a stuff as we have to keep in breeding stock.
Robin, it looks like your A does the same thing my O does.
Especially like old big sow. You get old big sow, and you take the pigs away from her, and they're in another pen squealing, she can be pretty hard on it. Well, we got a feed mill just like that here.
No.
But they're getting $10 for the ground back off. But if I could get a feed tank.
Sorry, y'all. This is going from person to person. So please let me out.
Well, then I won't get it back. If I could get a feed tank I could afford, I could probably get some brought in here on a truck and you can get priced down pretty good. But we're getting close to being out of range.
Yeah.
We're awful crowded right now. Don't y'all feel sorry for the poor dog? I swear I do. I have people come up here want me to make feed for a long time.
Yeah.
All the time. Especially chicken feed. Yeah, railroad ties will be good. Any decent post. The next one we build,
Meatwood? What's meatwood?
Is that something similar to hide glue? Are you talking about where they glue meat together to make, about steaks out of scraps? Or are you talking about like when they boil deer hide to make glue out of?
Taking the horse to the glue factory. Sorry, I watched it on the car as a child and I dressed that with me.
Oh, Mark, you ain't got to worry about that. We do it to try to help y'all. But I appreciate you telling me today it was helping you a little bit. Yeah, preacher, I used to work for a couple of big farming companies, and I've heard all about them gluing chicken together and gluing steak together.
How far would it be for North Carolina or Ohio?
A long ways. A very long ways. Out of my jurisdiction. But I would let to go out there. I would let to meet some of these people face to face one day. But Mark, I'll be honest with you about something. We don't do this for the money. We ain't planning on being monetized. So don't you worry about that. We just do it to try to help people if we can help. Are you talking about good deer hunting down here, Matt? Because deer hunting down here ain't even sporting. This deer harvesting, not deer hunting.
I was coming home after dark, had been to the store, and there was two huge bucks standing in the road, just like, hey, how you doing? But they're waiting for a bus. I mean, if you were trophies hunting, that would have been it, because they were huge.
We
And that
got
was like not even a block from the house.
we got a herd of 40 or 50 deer in the backyard.
Yeah.
I mean, they just
You should come
that's why we have so much trouble
in
with
the
fences.
spring. It's beautiful. You look out in the back, and they've got all their babies and everything. They're running around and jumping. They look like Santa reindeer because they jump so high.
Well, Mike, I'll be honest with you. People picked on me about it for years. When I go deer hunting, that's the first thing that walks out. I'm not
He doesn't
facing
trophy
this.
hunt. It is good corn.
Yeah, you can't cook antlers. The only thing you make out of a set of deer horns is knife handle. I found out. I make some knives and stuff
He
sometimes.
said just invite us down there for a hot roast. It would be a pig picking, but yeah, same thing. We're going pig picking.
Well, you can come anytime you want to, man. We actually have people come up here more often than you would think. That we don't know that have seen us. It was kind of an eye-opening experience.
Yeah.
Uh,
Hey, is Chris there? Sure, I think it was a customer.
We saw around a shop here in my yard, so somebody come here to look at movies. No big thing. I mean, it's not anything to be anything out of the ordinary.
There's a homesteader meet up and everything.
Where?
Well,
Well, they're in North Carolina too. It might be like right down the road around the corner somewhere. They're in the
is it in
central.
North Carolina?
The homesteads in central Tennessee.
Oh, I
She said
know.
on-
Look,
Well, he said that on.
I'm asking, is it in North Carolina? Would you go to one in North Carolina?
Maybe you want to all away. You already have to what to do.
Yes, it is in North Carolina. Where?
Williamson. Oh, dude. Oh, that's not way. What? Williamson.
Already coming up with excuses.
That's an enemy territory too.
The enemy territory. Where's Williamston?
They follow restraining order against me, Williamson.
Don't really even know.
Where my ex's people from.
It's pretty here. He.
Yeah.
Oh.
Down around Beargrass. And the Martin Agricultural Center, I think. It's in Martin County, ain't it? You talking about Martin County?
You talking about Martin County? But I can use it.
Williamson ain't that far away. It's about an hour and a half.
They are. You're missing a bunch of comments here. Yes, he is. He is the definition of a homebody. He would never go anywhere if he could. 2 hours east of them.
Well, this 2 hours east of you,
You're right.
Yeah, the homestead, it
You're
ain't,
right here where we are then.
you can't be far from us. Because we're about an hour and a half.
Lily Homestead. What county are you in? Just curious.
If you feel comfortable, put it up here.
I mean, I'm not asking for your address or nothing. Lily, where's Lily? And I hate to sound.
Lee. I thought Lee County was up towards Westside Rock. That's what I
That's in
thought.
Central.
Well, they'd be more 2 hours.
Maybe they're
Martin,
going a different way.
Williams going to be more 2 hours east of them.
Well, no, because
This is hour and a half
He
east
said
of us.
they're not that far from, Rocky Mountain, Roanoke Rapids, Rocky Mountain, by the way they go. So they may be going a different direction, different way. Just depends on which highway you hit, I guess.
Well, they had that new road that I
Yeah.
just buy. I can't get on the new road.
I travel interstate
I can't get on the new road.
every day.
My
going
truck
back
don't
and
run
forth to
about
work.
50 miles an hour.
Every day I go on the interstate going back and forth to work. He wouldn't get on it for nothing. He hates it.
Well, my truck runs 50 miles an hour. You know how nervy it is running 50 miles an hour where everybody else running 70
Or 80.
or 80. And my truck trying to run 55, it's something that's going to blow up in me. Attacking 4,000 RPM.
You just gotta be confident
I'm not
for Mike Smith.
Well, thank you, Mike. Thank you. Oh, that made me feel really good. I appreciate that. I really do.
And they said that horns do make nice.
They do make good enough, huh?
And Big Creek says I had a pipeline behind my house years ago. Stand an hour and a half for that. Using 3 per season. Ain't patient either.
Yeah, I'm not patient. No, I'm not patient at all.
Trevor won't take him hunting anymore because he said he won't be quiet.
The rest is hard. He won't tell you the whole story. I used to put him in the deer stand. I tell you, look right there. And in 15 minutes, deer's gonna walk out. Shoot it, come on the house. And that's pretty much how it always works, too. Look, I told you.
Mike Smith has the 84 Ford. It runs 50.
Runs 50. It's run 52. Yeah, I'm sure. 514 gears, 3 miles to the gallon. You get in town, you get 0 miles to the gallon. I found out.
Country Homestead Preacher, he agrees with the back road. Stay on the back road. And Mike Smith said when they made the old trucks, they were made for work, not to be a race car.
Well, that's exactly right. My truck won't run 80 miles an hour on the highway, but it'll drive right straight across the that field.
Lily Homestead is between Fayetteville and Raleigh. Which when I used to.
She's up there around. I got kinfolk where you're at. Lily Homestead. How far are you from Spivey's Corner? Done.
Benson area, but Dunn, Benson.
Yeah,
They haven't
done.
said anything yet, but I'm just saying Benson, Dunn.
Well, you know how it is. We're on the internet. We got to be very vague.
Yeah. About an hour. So about an hour. Lily, are you girl or boy? Because Lily would make.
I think it's a he.
I
I think
think
last
so
name.
too. I think
I
so too.
think Lily's the last name.
Yeah, but I don't want to say male or female and offend anybody. Gee,
She, I thought you said it was a he a while ago. I was wrong.
maybe you're the wrong one.
So Lily's the first name.
Okay.
I'm sorry.
Hold on. Carlton said to lift it, put it on 40s, and then you go faster and watch the turns. That was Carlton. That's what it.
40s.
40s.
40s, but combine tires on me. I can't get
Mike
in it now.
Smith said all he gets is smiles per gallon. Hey, reap what you sow, Homestead, or reap what you sow. There's no Homestead there. There's no other instead of Homestead.
I think that's Proof of Life.
Proof of Life's changed your name?
I think so.
Oh.
Double check that. But I think that's Proof of Life.
Reap what you sow. Are you previously
The channel
Proof of Life?
formerly known as Proof of Life.
Formerly known as.
I think that's right. I might be wrong. We've had several people change the names here, but we even got a homestead in the right way now.
Yeah, we saw that the other day.
I took it as a compliment.
Kiki said Todd or Jared. No, they've always been what you said.
What did
It's Jared.
okay, well, I know we know them, but what did Crucial Life change their name to? They changed their name to something like it. Rhythm and Life.
Oh,
I'm sorry. I'm
Rhythm
sorry,
and
read
Life.
what you said. They changed their name to Rhythm to Life. Rhythm and Life.
Carlton said, yeah, 40-inch tires.
I know what they are.
Well, that's what he said.
I had some on my truck when I was 17. I grew up
70 years ago.
back when they were popular. The Bigfoot was the thing, tell you how old I am. On my 1969 F-250.
You put 40-inch tires on a 69 truck?
Yeah. Sure did.
Does that even work?
It did, kind of.
Huh?
You can drive through a ditch with it. It got like 0 miles to the gallon.
You drive ditch with the Ford.
You drive through a big ditch with that on. You go through, you can cross the ditch coming back across that what trip before you.
Ha! Yeah, you had to put your feet down and pedal.
Well, Matt, I'm gonna tell you something you ain't gonna believe. I do know how to plow with a mule. I know exactly how to harness, hook up, and walk behind the mule. I have done it. I don't know why I've done it. Won't my choice.
You'll need a step ladder behind the jump to get in it when it's gonna pop you up. That's what I was
Yeah,
talking
you
about.
couldn't get in. There ain't no way to work.
No, I'd have to have a step stool. Bill Brady Jr. Hey, how you doing tonight?
Hey, Bill.
So it looks like Louisiana's in the house.
We got a good representation of the Deep South in here tonight. Now. We got the Deep South and the Midwest and the far north.
Well, Chris even had what was that truck thing that you and John used to do?
Oh, we had a mud run truck.
A mud run truck. That thing was nothing but tires. I've seen pictures of it.
It was.
Before my time.
It was. I mean, it was a straight up mud racing truck, and it was the stupidest thing I ever done in my life. And I don't know how I let some of my kinfolk talk me into it, but it was an F-250 cut in half and cut down with a Ford Ranger, cut down Ford Ranger body. See how much it was cut down with a big block Ford in it. And we haul it all over the world, or all over North Carolina, and go to mud races. And it took me about 2 months to grow out of that foolishness. '85 Chevy 1-ton. Would you believe, Toad Hill, that's what I drive every day, everywhere I go is a 80s. It's 82/87 Chevy 1-ton is what I drive every day. That's an idea, Travis. That is an idea. Well, when I was young and the big tires were popular around here, I don't know if they're popular everywhere, they were really popular around here. That was the thing, was how big your tires on your truck. And it had just made that change just a few years before that. Everybody wanted a car. And then, like my brother, everybody wanted a car. Well, he started driving. Then by the time I come along and switched trips. And I was poor as a church mouse. I had old 69 F-250 4-wheel drive. Good night, preacher. I'm glad you come in. We enjoyed having you. You know, Carlton, I've always wanted an 80s model Bronco. I've never had one. I've always wanted one. I don't want it jacked up enough. I want it bone stock with a 6-cylinder in it. But 6-cylinder, 4-speed, 31 1050 is what I want on it. Bone stock. but I would love to be able to find one in good shape. Matt, seems like you might go see Mike. Is Reed what you say growing grass?
Which changed his name, but I don't think it would be.
Mike, I go 460. I like 429 better. But there's no replacement for displacement.
Rick, what you say said they've always been Rick, what you say.
Oh, okay. I'm sorry. For some reason, we had some channels change. I'm sorry, Reed, what you said. We had some channels change for names, and I hate my head that they changed. Don't let me offend you. I'm sorry. In fact, I'd love to have a good built 420 time right now.
Mhm.
Of course, my truck's got a V10. So my newest truck, my new truck, my 20-year-old new truck. The one we still call it a new truck. Because I bought it new.
My buddy has a 77 Mint stocked in the garage. Yeah, what is it?
Got a mint stock what?
Whatever y'all talking
Bronco?
maybe?
Well, we gotta figure out how to make some money. We might buy one of them new Broncos to come out with.
Rick was said just for the
That's what? Well, I'm sorry. I didn't mean to. So I'm sorry to keep
Does
track.
anyone have a mini Jersey cow? Not me. Just don't do me.
The Smith family ranch does.
He doesn't go.
Well, I could see the appeal of a mini milk cow, if that's all you had around the board. You know, I see the purpose in mini milk. Yeah, I like the 390. I like the FE units too. But I tell you what, you're running through the 390s. They're really good at low RPM engines. You can't soup them up. You soup them up too much, you get a big push roll. But I'll go with 390 and a F350 you want to tow with, or F150 you want to work with. You don't need to try to soup one up. You had a 66 Galaxy car with a 390.
40 to 90 grams of stuff.
That's right,
Right.
Mike. You ain't never told a lie.
We have a friend of ours that has a new truck, and I call it his rolling house.
I couldn't
Because
do
it
it.
costs as much.
If I wanted, I'm gonna be honest with y'all, so you don't believe it. But if I want what you had to buy a ticket to win, I'll buy a ticket. If somebody gave me a lottery ticket today and I won the lottery, I would not go pay $50,000 for a ticket. We were actually talking about this the other day, and somebody asked me what would I do if I won the lottery, and I told them I'd get my old Chevrolet painted. I put me some event viruses on my Ford. One of my event viruses was broken as well.
Oh, I didn't think so.
Of course.
While we're listening, if we won the lottery, what's it like?
Yeah, we get some windshield wipers on the car. Like Jerry Kyle said, they get the brakes fixed on the old truck. No. Yeah, you got a bit of 65. Thunderbird was nice. I like old cars.
I don't remember what my dad restored an old Thunderbird, one of the two-seaters.
I don't think it was a 65.
I don't know what year it was. I have no idea.
It might have been, though. It was pretty old. I don't remember it being 40 years ago.
But it was tough. When he got finished with it, it looked like something rolled out of a magazine. Beautiful.
Well, man, I ain't much in the market for them either, to be honest with you.
What is Brett Simmons? 70 through 80.
70 through 80. Well, I'm gonna tell y'all something. Now you gonna think I'm crazy, but the best trucks I've ever had. I can tell you 4 trucks I've had that were the best I've ever had. I had 82 F-150 with a 306 cylinder and automatic in it. You could not kill it. Took my ex-wife's boyfriend, throw it in the park, one on the highway to kill it. And that's a long, sad story because I've had that truck since 16. And I had 83 Ford, I'm sorry, F-250 with 6-cylinder 4-speed in it, just about as tough. And then I had 2 Toyotas that were made in the 80s that were, oh, you made a 410 tow deal. I got one of them. If you take a 428 block, put a 390 crank in it, 360 rods, you make a 410 Mercury. They made them commercially for about 2 years. But it makes a 410 cubic inch FE block. And it'll turn up faster. The only thing, the valve train on, you got to play, make different lifters. You have to play with the lifters and push rods to get everything just right where it won't be in push rod. But they are tough. They're fast too. The one I built, we used Cobra Jet 390 head, or Cobra Jet 428 heads, and Cobra Jet 428 intake on a 390 block, or a 428 block with a 390 crank.
That's kind of what I thought when they meant from 70 to 80.
Well, it's like old Blues 82/85/87. It's 82 chassis with 87 cab on it. And the motor's actually a 64, so I don't know.
Carlton. You don't promote stuff like that.
Mine was in a 69 F100 too. If you, I understand it was spinning the wheels so hard it break the beads loose. The back tires go flat.
Beaver Creek likes the early 80s Ford step side.
I do too. There's something about 82 and 83. Ford got the good wood 67 through 69. At 67 to 69, Ford could build a pickup truck. Now, F-150, 250, didn't matter. Those year models, 67 to 69, were tough. I ain't never seen one that wasn't tough. And then from 80 to about 83, they built a good truck. I mean, just as good as you want.
Mike Smith, a buddy of his, has a Boss 429.
Oh my God.
It's a very rare engine.
Yes, that is. I bet there ain't 10,000 of them around.
And Carlton said I always wanted a Cobra Jet. Those are blocks of rare.
Well, believe it or not, we took one out of a 2-ton truck. Somebody had bought it out of a red car and put it in a 2-ton truck, and it wouldn't pull that 2-ton truck. They ain't built for torque, they built for horsepower. And it was a dog in that F600. And we took it out and saw what we had. I got Joey Ball in there to build it. Frank was bad in it. And we made it into that 410 Mercury. When y'all was here, John, talking about we used to raise cane on and race and do all that. That was a 427 Chevrolet. The one we took on there on William Street all the time, got all that trouble with. That little blue and white show being Ford.
Like I said, the early 80s trucks have cool look.
Well, I got the 69. I don't know whether the 69 was better. Maybe it's because the first one ever had it. But I do not know what it is.
Can you hear me? Can you hear me? Okay. No. So you're falling behind on comment. Because you can't hear me. Because I asked you, could you hear me? You can't hear me. Okay. Alright, Toad Hill said that he got drunk one night, laid into a hard spoon the centers out of aluminum slots and screwed up the drive line.
Oh, I got one for you. If you want to hear car stories, I'm gonna tell you
Okay,
a car
you
story.
got like several comments after that too.
Let me catch up on the comments. I think I did. 352. I tell you, I understand exactly what you're talking about. Let me tell y'all what a car story. When I was young, and I mean young and showing up, I had a job working for a mechanic at night. On my daddy's daytime, working as a mechanic at night. And we drug up old Malibu body, 67 Malibu body, and a 427 engine. And we built them two pieces of junk into something and put them together. We turned the body into a Chevette. You know, you used to get the JC Whitley catalog out and order all this old plastic on and put on everything. Well, we turned it into a Chevette. It had a 427 engine, a Muncie 4-speed transmission, a folder in, had it narrowed up. We narrowed the rear end in the shop with a grinder and a welder. Cut the axle tubes and everything, narrowed it up. Carried the axle to the machine shop, had them cut and welded back together. And it was pretty mean. That dual 4-barrel setup on it. Didn't ever run on dynos. I don't know how much horsepower it had, but it was pretty stout. And we've got a long straight road across the other side of the county over here. It's just a straight shot all the way from my house to the next county. And we were down there one night, and people used to kind of gather, be raised and legs, and I got the food, about 6 p.m. And a boy on a fastback Mustang, about 66, 67 model fastback Mustang, he had put something in it bigger than what come. It had 351 Cleveland in it or something different than that 289 coming. And he wanted to race it. And you know, with every other teeth knocked off the synchronizer with that much transmission, you just snatched it, you clutch it, you got backed off the gas and snatched the gear shift. Well, me and my cousin were racing this Mustang, and I had it. When I was in third gear, and I had it. He was looking at my tail lights, and I should have left in third gear. But I snatched it in fourth gear, and when I did, I didn't know what happened. The gear shift handle got gone. I mean, it snatched out of my hand. It won't there. And you pull shit in a dark car, the car ain't pulling. But all of a sudden, the car kind of quit pulling, and the gear shift handle was gone. Then all of a sudden, the car picked up just like this. I was looking straight down the asphalt and slammed back down. And I hit the brakes, you know, and then the brake lights, you can see the drive shaft coming down, and the boy behind his headlights, you can see the drive shaft coming down the road behind me. When I snatched it into fourth gear, it scattered the clutch, busted the bell housing, dropped the transmission out on the road, the drive shaft dug in the highway, picked back in the car straight up down, broke the input shaft off the end. At 2 o'clock in the morning on a Friday. 15 miles from home. One of the most traumatic experiences of my childhood was I had to walk and call my neighbor to come tell my dad that I was sitting beside the highway told him, and how I told him. Let me catch up on these comments. Yeah, you get about horsepower 454. I don't know if I do or not, Travis. With black and yellow and orange trim on the 4-wheel drive. I remember they had some pretty funky stripes on. I don't remember exactly what they did look like that. I'm gonna be honest with you about something, Travis. Before about the 90s, 4-wheel drive trucks were scarce around here. They costed a little bit extra, and they just didn't sell many. That 69 model I had come from somewhere else. I bought it up towards the mountains. Saw it in the bargain trailer and rode up there and get it. Well, Billy, I didn't. I was 16. I didn't realize till the next day how close I come to losing a foot. How much of that mess had gone through the floorboard, get up under the dash. When we saw it daylight, is when we found all that out. It had 30 pieces that touched through the bell house and through the floorboard. And we didn't know what dry shaft was. We knew to put them on some batteries, but we had never crossed our minds neither. Never crossed our mind. Didn't know what it was, didn't know nothing about it. Had never, we really didn't race. I mean, we just young us out there like a fool. We didn't know about, like to do it dry shaft. Just felt good. But yes, it did scare me. It didn't scare me nowhere near as bad as it did calling my neighbor lived right here on the creek, right up here, and beat on the door like my daddy had to tell him to get. It didn't scare me near that. That was a scary. And needless to say, I never do it good. I just like old stuff. I always say that's why I run old tractors. I like old guns, I like old cars, I like old tractors. I like old houses. I mean, I kind of like time tested and proven. I like to know that something's. I don't know how to work. If you understand what I'm saying, I like the stuff will work, as I always ask. And I'll be honest with you about something else. I'm kind of outdated. I'm a little bit of a dinosaur. And like my old 80s model Chevrolet truck. Unless it throws a rod, I can get home. I haul enough Chevrolet parts around with me to work on other stuff that I can get it home. If I need a distributor, I got a distributor. If I need an alternator, I've got an alternator. I don't have extra starter, but I mean hoses, just about anything. I can come up with something that's on that truck to keep it, get it back on. Not as much as I used to, Mike. I used to work on a bunch of logging equipment. It was kind of a day-to-day thing. But honestly, since my health got a little worse, I don't work on logging equipment much. I may go get somebody out of a bind. I've about quit working on the big construction equipment, the big stuff like cranes and the big dump trucks and this. And I've just about quit working on school buses. And I don't regret any of it. I don't care if I never work on another skidder or hydrax, and I don't care if I never work on another. I'm okay with it. I about decided I don't want to work on anything I can't see over the hood on. If I walk up to a tractor, if I can't see over, stand straight up and look over the top of the hood, I don't even want to mess with it. A 396 would be good, Toadie. But honestly, you build a 350 so cheap and get really plenty of power out of one. I've kind of turned into a 350 fan the last few years. That's right, Carl. Stuff you can fix. So much stuff nowadays is made where you just can't fix it. If there's something wrong, it's replace it. Replace. You can't repair it anyway. D's got one that's EMP proof. Yeah, I don't trust fly-by-wire either. Half of what I work on now is gone with fly-by-wire for everything. It's electric, hydraulic. There's no mechanical linkage between nothing. Most tractors now don't even have a mechanical linkage. It's steering, it's all hydraulic. Yeah, everything is run by wire, and wires on farm equipment. They just don't. I mean, it's bad conditions be run by wire, fly by wire. That'd be a toss up, Mike. It'd be hard to make a call. Probably a 35 first. It'd be a tie probably between a 140 Farmall and a 35 first. Well, tell you, I'm a little partial to 383s. That's what's in my truck. It's one of the Summit 383s. I got a deal on it. Somebody bought it, couldn't know they weren't fast enough. And it sold it to me for nothing, about $200. I think it said he give $5,400 for it, and sold it to me for $200 a year out of the way. It put 10 miles on it, put it in the car, and it won't nowhere near as fast as I thought it was going to be. I think most of that was gear transmission, but they won't satisfy with it. Big water. And I put it in that old blue truck and then run it as long as me and Darlene were married. I bet it was. And my truck, I want to tell you something, that old ugly, beat up Turner Chevrolet out there. Me and the boy that helped me put that motor in it one night. And we got through with it about 1 o'clock in the morning. And I told him to go drive it down the highway, make sure everything was right on it. And he pulled out the driveway, went towards town, and turned around. And I heard him when he turned around. It was squalling tires. I mean, it was lighting them up. And I looked down, I saw the headlights go sideways. When we first put that motor in that truck, well, that truck's got some gear in it. When we first put that motor in that truck, it was bad. But then we pulled the truck up here and put everything back in because you got substantially weaker. We made the truck weigh 14,000 pounds again. She went downhill quick. But anyway, Darlene's telling me it's 11 o'clock. We decided we're going to run to 11 o'clock. So y'all have a good night. And we're going to have to jump off here. I'll give y'all a second to say goodbye to everybody, but we appreciate everybody watching. Thank you, thank you, thank you. And we'll be back next week. Oh, I see. Let somebody ask a question. Yes, we do, Mike. We do canning. I don't know if we got any. I don't think we got any canning videos up. But yeah, we do stuff like that.
We didn't have a good year for canning.
Well, we didn't have much fruit. A lot of what we can is fruit, and we didn't have a lot of fruit.
The fruit did not do well.
But,
I'm supposed to make pie this weekend.
Yeah, Darlene's doing a collaboration with somebody making a pie.
And that's right.
But Darlene does pickles. We do a lot of pickles. We used to make pickles to sell. And man, we'll do some videos and stuff like that, Mike.
And we're supposed to do the monkey.
Yeah, and I ain't saying anything about it. We got a present from somebody last week. We haven't done a mail call on it yet. We're going to have to do something with that. I thought maybe they might be up here tonight. We do a reveal on it. But anyway, good night, everybody. And I enjoyed it. I enjoyed it a whole lot. And I really do appreciate y'all being here. We're glad to have you. Glad to spend some time with you.
Yeah.
Not far.